It's week 9 of the NFL, and we're in for a show from Anthony Richardson. He got his reps in last week, finishing with over 300 passing yards. It's the Bisons and the Desperados, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
With the Wasatch Mountains overlooking us, EA Sports so proud to welcome you to the capital city of Utah, Salt Lake City. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We're all set to go, as it'll be the Bisons of Anchorage taking on the Desperados of Salt Lake City. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Salt Lake City ball club. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for visiting Anchorage, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Right to the air is Rodgers. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake. Rodgers. That's out wide here for Robinson. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Rodgers again now. Oh, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
He had the numbers of a game last week. And if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass. That's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's taken on the 25. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Back to Robinson now on first down. And he caught it up. It's going the other way. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 4. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Called out a very strong gain of 24.
Oh, I like that play call there. After running for good yardage, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. On play action, it's Rodgers. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. Robinson. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big.
And it's caught. Touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Desperados get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. That's dumped off to Pollard. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Richardson rolling to his right. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. Richardson. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He's trying to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown, and it's 2nd down. When you look at this defense, they are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Now, if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see, finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but again, just 1 yard out of it. They work now on 2nd and 9. Here's Richardson to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Richardson looking to throw this. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Richardson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dawson Knox from 3 yards out. And the Bisons are an extra point away from drawing level. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And, you know, there's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Throwing on second and long. Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. And again, it's Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's 3rd and 3. Richardson looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't...
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. He's to the 15. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Coup for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Now Richardson.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Now Richardson. He finds his man, Pollard.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And this one out quickly to James.
2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
And Richardson yet again.
Pressure comes and down he goes.
That's how multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
Well, he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Here's Rodgers. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Take it at the 37.
Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allow him.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Now Rodgers not pleased with the setup. He's going to take a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Rodgers. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 6. Rodgers again now. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jonathan Mingo from 6 yards away. And the Desperados will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive, 4 plays. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. This offense back to work now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. He finds his man, complete. That's short. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We got an excellent first half from the former MVP, Aaron Rodgers. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that. because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Richardson back to throw it. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They bring the man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Richardson working from the gun. Has his man. That's James. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. That is caught. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He finds his man complete. That's short and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Now Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's Richardson to throw. And a loose football. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Richardson. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. They'll run with Pollard. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Pollard. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
I know they're going through all the possibilities right now, but the truth of the matter is a field goal doesn't do them a ton of good. It'd still be a 2-score game, so to me, go for it. Go for it boldly.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On play action, now Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Down the left sideline.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with it. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
On 1st down, it's Bennett.
Down to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
To throw is Rodgers. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Throwing is Rodgers. Under pressure and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Koo knocks this one through the post, and the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Richardson's throw on target to James.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Richardson looking to throw. Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Pollard will take it up the gut.
There he goes, left side.
Now inside the 25.
Touchdown! Tony Pollard halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Bisons have got it back to within a score.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Here's 3rd and 7. Now it's Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Robinson up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 8. Back live here now in Salt Lake City. On play action, it's Rodgers. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. Here's Rodgers. Pass on the out route, caught by Smith-Schuster. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Dallas Goedert, 46 yards. And the Desperados add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Coup now for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here's the Anchorage offense back out now. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Richardson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Richardson out of the shotgun. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Richardson looking to throw this. And this is going to be incomplete.
Just a disaster of a series here. 3rd and long, no one open anywhere. This ball just has to be thrown to the sideline.
And on now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And they will take over 1st and 10. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Now a handoff up the middle. Jarrett. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Deontay Banks with it. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, a 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And this offense on 3rd down today, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Richardson back to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. He finds his man, complete. That's short. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the shotgun, Richardson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 6 Samson Ibuka make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
The current formula is not working right now. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Eluding the pressure right. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They begin the drive with Robinson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. 2nd and 9. On the counter, this is Robinson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 60 yards rushing for him now to this point. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:51 on the clock. Richardson to throw it. That's taken in by Knox. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now Richardson. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Richardson. Fighting through pressure. And this one is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Well, they need to score and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
That's dumped off to Pollard. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Well, the noise got to be an issue now offensively. Here's 3rd and 6. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Connor Gordon picks it off. Well,
field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for Salt Lake City, they climbed to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Anchorage, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.